Hello everyone. Welcome to my YNR 24 spoilers. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Michelle Stafford continues the tradition of the daytime Emmy lunch. The women of soap operas started a yearly custom in 2005 that is still observed today as a prelude to the Daytime Emmy Awards. Susan Flannery announced that the next winner will cover the cost of the luncheon the next year after she covertly covered the expenses. 20 years later, the custom has persisted, with this year's little gathering being hosted by Michelle Stafford, a nominee who attended the first one. Attendance was restricted to the young and the restless nominees. After winning the top prize at the Daytime Emmys the previous year, Stafford will be hosting this year's luncheon. Only her fellow co-stars from The Young and the Restless were there, even though the candidates included stars from several of the major soap operas. In an Instagram post, Stafford said, "The ladies who lunch," carrying on this tradition that was started by the great Susan Flannery. This year, we celebrated the lead and supporting actresses. In attendance were Melissa Claire Egan and Eileen Davidson from the lead actress category, while Susan Walters and Courtney Hope from the supporting actress category celebrated the event. Stafford made sure to mention in the caption that the other women couldn't make it to the event in order to prevent criticism for being included outside of her performance. Before some of you start yelling at me, the gals who you don't see in this picture at Nancy Ligren, at Welcome at Aloris World, at Catamancy, at Sharon O'Case, at Amroya, at Oma Godfrey were not able to come. We missed you, gorgeous ladies. In the comments, all of the women reflected on the event, which seemed to be really successful, while Stafford's on-screen rival Walters wrote, "So honored to be in the badass bunch of talented women. Love you all. Thanks for being the hostess with the..." Hope echoed the sentiment about the missing women at the event, commenting, "Such a fun brunch. Love you all," and missed the others. Walters also shared a photo of the delicious baked goods on her own Instagram, putting the names of each of the women inside an Emmy envelope and declaring them all winners. Even the absent nominees offered their support. Stafford's Emmy nominee luncheon was a showcase for women supporting women. Along with the formidable talent present at the star-studded event, almost every nominee who was not present offered their support in the comments section of Stafford's event post. Laura, Wright of General Hospital, reacted to Stafford's comment that, "Such great conversation. Pinky swears were made," by saying, "Oh, Pinky swear luncheons are the best. I'm so sorry I missed it, but I'm so glad you ladies have a great time. Can't wait to hug you all on Friday." Other well-known figures who left heartfelt remarks on the post include Godfrey from Days of Our Lives, who wrote, "Sad to have missed it. Love to you all from Salem. See you Friday. You're all spectacular." Emily O'Brien, who lives in Salem, added, "Ah, I wish I could have been in town to join you, wonderful ladies. Looking forward to celebrating Friday with you all." Also expressed regret at missing it. For her fellow Genoa City celebrities, Stafford's decision to pair the supporting actress finalists with the lead actress candidates was a great way to foster camaraderie. This Friday, October 17th, is the Daytime Emmy Awards. In addition to taking home the coveted trophy, the lead actress winner will receive a luncheon to help them prepare for the next year. Later this week, is Michelle Stafford going to win her 4th Daytime Emmy for The Young and the Restless? Michelle Stafford, who plays Phyllis Summers on The Young and the Restless, is nominated for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. She became a 3-time Daytime Emmy winner after winning in this category last year. She is now voicing her opinions over this year's nomination. The Daytime Emmy goes to The Young and the Restless. Michelle Stafford, who played Phyllis on The Young and the Restless, was one of a record 8 women nominated for Outstanding Leading Actress in a Drama Series in 2005. Regarding her nomination, Stafford told Soap Opera Digest, "I'm always very appreciative and very shocked. It's interesting because, as an actor, I've been rejected so often," Stafford said. "You simply are so accustomed to getting turned down and not being sought after as an actor. I really think that if I didn't have a great year, then I wouldn't submit scenes to earn a nomination, Stafford says of the reel she put together this year, which included performances from the previous year. I really believe that you should not submit if you lack something. There's no need, she says. Stafford's reel features scenes from the aftermath of Heather's murder, including scenes where Phyllis breaks down in front of Billy and scenes where she is hospitalized following a car accident involving Sharon. In this storyline, Phyllis was fighting for her son, who was experiencing a lot of grief over Heather's murder. The big night. In a video posted earlier this year, the actress discussed bouncing the idea off her son, Jameson, to see if he wanted to go to the daytime Emmys with his mom. You can read about his response to her proposal here. The actress also plans to bring her 15-year-old daughter, Natalia, to the awards. My date is my daughter because she couldn't be happier to go to this, Stafford shared. For her role as Phyllis on The Young and the Restless, Stafford received her first Daytime Emmy in 1997 in the Outstanding Supporting Actress category. The late, great Drake and Eileen Davidson, who is also nominated for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, presented the award to Stafford at Radio City Music Hall, where the program was hosted by Susan and the late Regis Philbin. In 2004, Stafford received her second Daytime Emmy in the Outstanding Lead Actress category. On Friday, October 17th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, the Daytime Emmys will be streamed. To watch the show, visit watchtheemmys.tv. The annual Daytime Emmy Luncheon, a beloved but modest tradition that has subtly defined the sisterhood and camaraderie among the most talented women in daytime television for almost 20 years, has evolved from a simple act of generosity in 2005 to a lasting symbol of grace, respect, and unity in a highly competitive industry. Michelle Stafford, a name synonymous with tenacity, brilliance, and the fiery complexity of Phyllis Summers, the beloved anti-heroine on The Young and the Restless, is carrying on the tradition in 2025, honoring its founder, the late Susan Flannery, while also reaffirming the unspoken bond that unites every actress who has ever stood under the bright lights of daytime television, balancing art, vulnerability, and the constant demand for excellence. It was back in 2005 when a seemingly ordinary luncheon before the Daytime Emmy Awards turned into something legendary. The story has become almost mythic in daytime circles. The women of soaps gathered for a pre-ceremony meal, a moment of pause amid rehearsals, fittings, and the anxious energy that precedes the biggest night in daytime television. When the bill arrived, Susan Flannery, revered for her commanding performances and her indomitable spirit, quietly paid for the entire table. It was a simple gesture, but one that would ripple across decades. "The next winner will pay," she declared with her trademark wit and authority. In that moment, a new custom was born. Each year, the reigning Daytime Emmy winner would host and foot the bill for the following year's luncheon, ensuring that no matter how much time passed, the actresses who carried the torch of daytime drama would always have a moment to share, reflect, and celebrate one another away from the glare of cameras and competition. In 2025, Michelle Stafford, who had won the coveted trophy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a drama series the year before, was given the honor of hosting. Known for her wit, Stafford has always had a special place in her heart for the group of women who make up daytime's most iconic shows. She was present when the first luncheon began, a young nominee at the time, full of nerves and excitement, and 20 years later, she was hosting it. "The ladies who lunch," she wrote on Instagram, posting a happy photo of herself with her co-stars from The Young and the Restless. Carry on this tradition that was started by the great Susan Flannery. This year, we celebrated the lead and supporting actresses. Her caption exuded pride and nostalgia, a reminder that while the soap operas may change, the core of daytime, the people and relationships that sustain it, never changes. This year's event was small and exclusively focused on the nominees from The Young and the Restless, the long-running CBS powerhouse that has given rise to some of television's most iconic characters and dramatic moments. Eileen Davidson and Melissa Claire Egan, who were both nominated for lead actress, as well as Courtney Hope and Susan Walters, who were nominated for Supporting Actress, attended the luncheon. Each woman brought not only the glitz and poise that one would expect from a daytime star, but also a tangible sense of gratitude and shared history. But as with all good traditions, inclusivity is important, and Stafford, ever self-aware and thoughtful, made sure to clarify that some of the other nominees couldn't make it due to scheduling conflicts. "Before some of you start yelling at me," she wrote humorously, "the gals you don't see in this picture, at Nancy Legren, at Welcome at Aloris World, at Catamancy, at Sharon O'Case, at Amroya, at Oma Godfrey, were not able to come. We missed you, gorgeous ladies." Her words showed humility and an awareness that social media, while celebratory, can also lead to misunderstandings. Stafford's post-comment section turned into a virtual extension of the luncheon itself, a vibrant, encouraging, and laughter-filled space. Courtney Hope added, echoing the sentiment of the day, "Such a fun brunch! Love you all, and missed the others." Susan Walters, whose on-screen relationship with Stafford frequently simmers with fiery tension, put aside fiction for friendship, writing, "So honored to be in the badass bunch of talented women. Love you all. Thanks for being the hostess with the..." Walters even shared her own post with the event's gorgeous desserts, a creative touch that delighted fans everywhere. Each delicately baked treat contained a miniature Emmy envelope with the actresses' names inside, a symbolic declaration that they were all winners in their own right. Laura Wright, who is well known for her warmth and fierce support of women in the workplace, wrote, "Oh, Pinky swear luncheons are the best. I'm so sorry I missed it, but I'm so glad you ladies had a great time. Can't wait to hug you all on Friday." The Pinky swears she was referring to were from Stafford's caption, which describe heartfelt promises and laughter shared over champagne and stories of years past. These women weren't just professional acquaintances. They were women who had traveled parallel paths through the unpredictable world of soap operas, where longevity depends as much on resiliency as on talent. Days of Our Lives stars also joined the chorus of love and nostalgia, with Godfrey writing affectionately, "Sad to have missed it. Love to you all from Salem. See you Friday. You're all spectacular." Another day's standout, Emily O'Brien added, "Ah, I wish I could have been in town to join you wonderful ladies. Looking forward to celebrating Friday with you all." These exchanges highlighted a powerful truth, that although the soap opera industry is often divided by network and plot, the women who keep it going are bound together by shared passion, experience, and a deep respect for the art form. Stafford's inclusiveness was demonstrated by her decision to invite both lead and supporting actress nominees. While the Daytime Emmy Luncheon has traditionally focused on the lead category, Stafford saw an opportunity to expand the table, both literally and symbolically, and she recognized the important role that supporting actors play in forming the core of any soap opera. After all, in The Young and the Restless, a show based on legacy and interwoven family drama, these actresses carry forward the emotional backbone of Genoa City. For Stafford, who has spent decades navigating the highs and heartbreaks of Phyllis's storylines, realizing the importance of collective strength was profound. The luncheon became a gentle prelude to what awaited them later in the week. The 52nd Annual Daytime Emmy Awards, scheduled for Friday, October 17th, 2025. As the luncheon came to an end, social media was filled with reflections of the day, including pictures of smiles, elegant plates, and heartfelt captions that reminded fans why they love this genre so much. The soap opera world has always been about emotion, love, betrayal, redemption. And here was that same spirit, lived out authentically between the women who bring those emotions to life every day. The event held two meanings for Stafford. She was not only the luncheon's host, but she was also nominated again, in the same category she had won the year before. Stafford, who has already won 3 Daytime Emmys in her career, maintained her humility, telling Soap Opera Digest, "I'm always very appreciative and very shocked. It's interesting because, as an actor, I've been rejected so often. You just are so used to being rejected and not being wanted as an actor." Her candor struck a chord with countless actors who realized that no matter how long one's resume, Success in this field is never assured. For Stafford, each nomination is not just a recognition of her past work, but also a silent victory over the innumerable times she was told no. "I'm a firm believer that if you don't have something, don't submit," Stafford said when talking about her submission reel, which is comprised of scenes after the horrific murder of Heather Vale Bloom, capturing Phyllis's grief, anger, and desperate need for redemption. Highlights of her reel this year included emotionally charged moments opposite Jason Thompson, Billy Abbott, and Sharon Case Sharon Newman, particularly the haunting hospital scenes following a car accident that left Phyllis fighting for her son's well-being while drowning in guilt. These moments weren't just performances, they were emotional excavations, and they reminded viewers why Stafford still commands the screen after all these years. Stafford's excitement as she got ready for Emmy night wasn't focused on the competition, but rather on the people who would be sharing it with her, particularly her 15-year-old daughter, Natalia, who would be her date for the evening. "My date is my daughter because she couldn't be happier to go to this," Stafford proudly shared. This isn't the first time Natalia has accompanied her mother to an award ceremony, and fans have frequently seen glimpses of their close relationship online. Earlier this year, Stafford even posted a humorous video asking her son, Jameson, if he would like to go to the Emmys with her. His amusing hard pass only added to her relatable charm. Despite everything, Stafford has managed to strike a balance between her demanding career and motherhood, making her an inspiration not only for aspiring actresses, but also for working mothers everywhere who refuse to choose between family and ambition. Looking back on her illustrious career, Stafford's relationship with the Daytime Emmys is a remarkable tale of perseverance and artistic talent. She won Outstanding Supporting Actress for her role as Phyllis on The Young and the Restless in 1997, and the moment was unforgettable. Eileen Davidson and Drake presented the award to her on stage at Radio City Music Hall, with Susan and Regis Philbin co-hosting the ceremony. It was a night filled with nostalgia and respect for the genre's icons, and Stafford's tearful acceptance speech was a turning point in her early career. 7 years later, in 2004, she would once again stand at the podium, this time as the outstanding lead actress, further solidifying her place among the greatest of her generation. Stafford's character, Phyllis Summers, has changed from a manipulative vixen to a deeply layered woman whose complexities mirror real human struggles: pride, love, redemption, and the quest for forgiveness. To play such a role for so long requires not only craft but courage. The courage to reinvent, to stay emotionally honest, and to embrace change in a genre where the only constant is change. This history makes this year's nomination all the more poignant. Nearly 30 years after her first victory, Stafford continues to push herself and surprise audiences. In many respects, the luncheon she hosted reflected the same philosophy, as each of the women who attended had undergone their own transformations, both as individuals and as actresses. Melissa Claire Egan has established herself as one of the most emotionally genuine performers in daytime, while Courtney Hope represents a newer generation of stars who bring youthful intensity to the medium. Susan Walters, with her dignified grace and wit, bridges past and present, embodying the timeless allure of classic daytime storytelling, and together, they represent the continuum of a craft that will never go away. The Emmy Luncheon is no longer just about paying for a meal. It's about honoring the journey. Beyond the glamour, Stafford and her fellow nominees showed something incredibly human through this event. That success means little without shared joy, that competition can coexist with compassion, and that traditions, when carried forward with sincerity, become more than rituals. They become legacy. It's a sacred pause in the fast-paced world of entertainment, a moment where women who spend their on-screen lives entangled in scripted rivalries get to be themselves, friends, co-workers, and storytellers. Michelle Stafford has already cemented her place in the pantheon of daytime legends, and whether she wins or loses, her dedication to the craft, her respect for her predecessors, and her generosity toward those who walk beside her are the true trophies of her career. As the sun sets on another Emmy season, and the stage lights get ready to shine once more, all eyes will be on Stafford, not only to see if she wins her 4th daytime Emmy, but also to celebrate the enduring spirit she represents. Because in the world of daytime television, where every emotion is amplified and every story is timeless, the greatest story of all is the one lived off-screen. The story of community, compassion, and continuity. And somewhere, one imagines Susan Flannery would smile knowing that the luncheon she started with one small act of kindness still thrives. A quiet tradition of women lifting women, of stories shared over food and laughter, and of a sisterhood that lasts long after the last scene fades to black. Fans will be watching the 2025 Daytime Emmy Awards live stream on October 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, not only for the result, but also for Michelle Stafford's walk down the red carpet. Whether she wins or loses, she has already left behind something more enduring than any trophy could represent. The reminder that legacy isn't based solely on awards, but also on the love and laughter shared along the way.